This episode of This Week in Minecraft is a very special one to say the least, because we've hit our 10-week milestone. That's insane to say out loud. 10 weeks of doing this completely new series, keeping you all up to date with the latest and greatest news in the world of Minecraft. But this week, there's a bunch to go over in order to celebrate episode 10 of the series. We've not only got to recap the return of Mojang, some delays which have recently been announced, and a new upcoming beta and its features, but we've also got to talk about the expansion of Mojang and what is happening behind the scenes. There's a bunch to go over, so buckle in and let's get right into this. First things first, I want to thank you all for sticking around and encouraging me to continue with the series. This is something I was really unsure about, but nevertheless I went ahead with it anyway, and it seems like this is a series many people have grown to enjoy. It's very short, we just recap a bunch of information in one single video, and it appears you guys like it, so thank you all for the support. But with that being said, let's get into the first bit of information, which is about the return of Mojang. This was actually announced on Monday that Mojang is now back at work. This was announced by Felix, who said back from vacation and trying to remember the names of all the apps that I usually have open for a normal day at work, although this is a very joking tweet and obviously does give us a bit of an insight as to some of the problems a game developer faces. It does also indicate that Mojang is now back at work. This was hinted at beforehand over the weekend by King Bear Dogs, who did actually hint at his return to work, which is very interesting. So now we know that Mojang is back and they are currently working on Minecraft again, which is awesome. It's good to know they're back, and it's good to know that there will not be much of a long wait at all until we start hearing more about some of Minecraft's upcoming updates. Speaking of Minecraft and some upcoming things, Minecraft Now, which is a monthly series Mojang hosts on the Minecraft YouTube channel, was actually delayed. The latest episode, I should say, was in fact delayed and pushed back. We do not know how long for, but at least as of when I'm recording this, it has been delayed. This was originally meant to be released on January the 13th, but as we know, it's not going to be now, so I'm not too sure about how long we will now have to wait. But the reason this event is so interesting is because it was hinted that they would be doing a Warden art showcase, and I believe this is just speculation, but it kind of seems like Mojang had something big planned for this episode of Minecraft Now, so it is definitely quite sad to see and hear that this live stream has been delayed. The Bedrock UI beta has been confirmed. This is very recent information and it's still kind of unfolding as we speak about this, but Oleg did actually tweet out, "Seems like we're done with sneak peeks for now. Be sure to check one of the upcoming betas of Minecraft for the slightly elusive not on every device button under the game tab of the Create New World screen to try the new version of the screen. Meanwhile, stay tuned." This was followed up by David, who did in fact say some new Bedrock UI coming soon to a beta near you. This not only confirms a new Bedrock beta is in fact coming, but we do know it will have something to do with the new Bedrock UI. As usual, I've made dedicated videos about each and every one of these things I'm talking about, so be sure you go back and check out my videos over the previous few days. But it's definitely awesome to know another beta is on the way and we're finally going to be getting a look at the new Bedrock UI. This has been in development by over 2 years now by Mojang, so it's good to finally get a look at it and to find out what's going on. The final bit of information is arguably the most confusing, arguably the most silent, but arguably the most exciting, and that is about Mojang now expanding. I made a video about this, of course, breaking down everything, what's going on with this, But a very interesting tweet was made by someone known as Lucas, an employee at Mojang, who did in fact say, "We are hiring a designer for my designs system team. If you are a great designer, very good with Figma, and want to build Minecraft with us, send me a DM." So from this we can gather Mojang is now trying to expand, get more people to work with them in order to obviously make some awesome things. We do not know exactly what this is for. It could be for anything, and as I pointed out in my last video, this does not necessarily mean that Mojang is growing. As I said, employees could have been moved around, or some people could have left, so it does not mean that Mojang is growing the team to be bigger. It could just mean they're filling empty spaces, or maybe just trying to find a few new people. But this is definitely awesome to know that Mojang is doing this. It's always a good sign, never really a bad sign. It's always quite good to see this kind of thing happening, but at the moment we really do not understand the full meaning behind this. We do not know why this is happening, but as I said, it's most likely a good sign. But that is really all of the information we got over this past week. Definitely things are starting to pick up. If you go back and watch over the past few previous episodes of This Week in Minecraft, they've been quite bare compared to this one, which has had quite a bit of information to go over. The one theme I can gather from this is that a lot's going on behind the scenes, not necessarily things that we need to be worrying about, but a lot of stuff is happening. Mojang has returned to work. They did delay Minecraft now. There's been a new beta confirmed, and Mojang is expanding. There's not necessarily a lot of update information, but we do know from this that Mojang is doing a lot behind the scenes. They're almost kind of preparing for the year ahead. There's going to be a lot going on, a lot happening, so be sure you stay tuned here to the channel for daily Minecraft content. Just to clear up any confusion, I do videos daily, but This Week in Minecraft basically recaps over everything we talked about over the previous week. So if you just want a refresher, kind of like a rewind reel of what happened over the previous week, then these videos are an awesome way to keep up with what's happening. But let me know your thoughts about episode 10 of This Week in Minecraft. Do you think we got a lot of information, or do you think this week has been quite silent, in fact? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments, and if you made it this far into the video, be sure you comment skeleton, okay? Skeleton, and I'll be sure to drop it a heart. But I just appreciate everyone that encouraged me to continue with this series. As I said, I'm not sure what people would think about this when I started it. I didn't know if people would like it or find it not the most interesting thing, but people seem to really be enjoying this series, and I'm really glad to hear that. So I'm gonna go play some Minecraft, have an amazing day, and I'll see you all tomorrow. Goodbye.